Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Virtual University. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about word formation, how words are formed in English. Now, when you read, you come across a lot of unfamiliar words. It is often possible to guess the meaning of these words if you understand the way words in English are generally formed. Learning the meaning and use of these words in English can be made easier and even enjoyable if you understand something about the way in which many English words are formed. An English word can be divided into three parts: a prefix, a stem or root, and a suffix. Prefix, the pre part, as the word pre tells you, means before. Therefore, prefix is that part of the word that comes before the stem or the root. You are familiar with the word demagnetize. You are students of computers and you are familiar with this word demagnetize. Now, in this word demagnetize, DE is the prefix, the part that comes before the stem. The stem is magnetize. The stem is actually the word magnet. IZE, I-Z-E, is the suffix. So you notice in this word demagnetize has three parts: a prefix, D, magnet, the root, the stem, and IZE, the suffix, the last part. Now, a suffix is what is attached to the end of the stem. The word programmer. In this word, ER at the end of the word is the suffix. By adding ER, it means the word becomes the person who programs. Both prefixes and suffixes are referred to as affixes. Now, the stem of a word is its basic form, the fundamental element, which is common to all the other forms of the word. A prefix is a form which is fixed at the beginning of a stem, and a suffix is a form which is fixed to the end of the stem. Take the word measure. The word measure, if you add ABLE at the end of the word, it becomes measurable. Right? ABLE at the end is the suffix added to the word, the root stem, the root measure. In the same way, if you add IM at the beginning, it will become immeasurable. Immeasurable. Right? IM is the prefix, ABLE is the suffix. You have added something to the beginning and something at the end, and you've created a new word. The word was originally measure, you added ABLE and it became measurable, another word. And if you add something at the beginning, something like, say, IM, so it becomes immeasurable. Now, a prefix usually changes the meaning of a word. You want to know what is the point of having these prefixes and suffixes. There is a purpose. The prefix changes the meaning of the word, while a suffix, it only changes its part of speech. For instance, when you add the suffix ABLE, it changes verbs into adjectives. Example, break. Break is a verb, but if you add ABLE, it becomes breakable. You take the word enjoy, you add ABLE, and it becomes enjoyable. The word break, which is a verb, has changed its form, it's changed its category. It is no longer a verb, it's an adjective. The prefix IM changes the meaning to the opposite. Measurable means capable of being measured. And if you add IM to it, it will mean it is not capable of being measured. And you as students of English, if you become familiar with the formation of English words, it will help you a great deal in understanding words on your own. You needn't look for the dictionary all the time. You have this skill. You can find out, guess the meaning. So by learning only a few prefixes and suffixes, you can know a lot of, guess the meaning of a lot of English words. Now we look at a few examples. The English language makes frequent use of this method of adding prefixes and suffixes. On your screen you will see a number of lists. And prefixes and suffixes are added to one word. The word is act. It is the stem. You will notice the number of words that can be made from this stem act by adding prefixes and by adding suffixes. The prefix, when you add RE to act, it will become react. Add EN and it will become enact. It's another word. Add RE to enact, it becomes reenact. Then inter, I-N-T-E-R, interact. If you add T-R-A-N-S, it becomes transact. In the same way, if you add a suffix to the word act, the suffix ION, it will become action. You add IVE, it becomes active. You add LY to active, it will become actively. Add less, L-E-S-S, actionless. ABLE, actable. ITY, activity. ATE, if you add ATE at the end, it becomes activate. And then you have activation, and you have OR. If you add the word OR, the letters OR, it will become actor. And you add ESS, actress. Now you can add prefixes and suffixes to the word act. Reaction, enactment, reenactment, reactor, reactivate, reactive, reactivation, interaction, transaction. From act you had transact, and if you added something at the end, it becomes transaction. And then you've got inactive and in action. On your screen there is a little table. It tells you that prefixes and suffixes, they are referred to as affixes. The table illustrates. There's a table which shows you how by adding suffixes words change their categories, how they become nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Look at the table and you will notice that words that end in ANC, ENC, OR, ER, IST, NES, they are nouns. This is something that you will find very useful later on in life when you are reading English. It will remain fixed in your minds that words ending with NES, ENC, OR, ER, IST, NES are always nouns. Now, in the same way, words that end with IZE, ATE, FY, EN, IFY are verbs, usually verbs. Then you have adjectives, and these endings, the endings that you can see on your screen, able, ideally, less, IC, ICAL, ISH, IVE. These are usually endings of adjectives. These are all clues for you. You as a skillful reader, the minute you look at the ending, that will give you the clue what category of word it is. In the same way, you've got the adverb ly. Words which have ly at the end are usually adverbs. And even ward, word, homeward, backward, these are hints to show you that it is an adverb. Now we will look at an exercise. This is in detail what we have just done now. I've gone through it recently. Now look at this table. The suffix ance, A-N-C-E. The meaning is a state. It describes a state of being. But if you add A-N-C, A-N-C-E, the word changes its meaning. It becomes performance. It becomes a different word. In the same way, you've got the word independence. You add E-N-C, the word independence. You add O-R or E-R, program, programmer, operate, operator, teach, teacher. Right? Paint, painter, and you add ER, it becomes, these are all nouns, it changes its meaning. Compile, compiler, accumulate, accumulator, if you add OR and ER. In the same way, you have the suffix ation, A-T-I-O-N. It means the act of. Execution. Suffix ist or yst, it means a person who does something. You add ist to the word type, it becomes a typist, a person who types. In the same way, the word analyze, and you write analyst, yst, and it becomes analyst, and it changes its meaning. In the same way, by adding nes, you are describing a condition. Cleanliness, clean, cleanliness. ion, you are describing a state. Conversion, convert, conversion. By adding ing, multiplexing, multiplying, dividing. Take the word, the letters ment. If you add ment, it again, the meaning is, it's describing a state or an action. Measurement. In the same way, you add ity, electric, electricity. ian, which means pertaining to, electrician. ism, it means you are again talking about a state or a condition, and it is magnetism. Take the word magnet. You add the letters ism at the end, and it will become magnetism. In the same way, you add dom. It is again describing a condition. Take the word free. You add dom to it, and it becomes freedom. King. Add dom, kingdom. You create a new word, a new meaning. Ship. If you add the word ship at the end of words, you are describing a condition or a state. You've got words like partner, and you add ship to it, it becomes partnership. Relation, relationship. Friend, friendship. And on your list you've got ARY. Binary. Bi means two. Binary. Now, look at words. Verbs. By adding certain suffixes, you change the verbs, their meaning. Computer, computerize. If you add IZE to the word computer, it becomes a verb. Computerize. Automate. You can add IZE, ATE, FY, EN. If these suffixes at the end will make the word into change the word into a verb. Hard, harden. Wide, widen. Simplify, simple, simplify. In the same way, you've got suffixes, the suffix ly. It changes the word into an adverb. Electronic, electronically. Logic, logically. Compare, comparably. Help, helpfully. Or helpful. You've got the word helpful and you add ly to it, it becomes helpfully. In the same way, there is a long list of words that become adjectives if you add suffixes to them. And the suffixes are al, ar, ic, ical. All four have the meaning of the quality of. If you add al to the word computation, it becomes an adjective. Computational. You add al to the word logic, it becomes logical. You add ar to the word circle, circular. You add ic, automatic, magnetic, and electrical. Electric, and you add al, it becomes electrical. It is describing a quality. In the same way, you've got the suffixes adle, ideally. They are both dealing with the quality of being, capable of being, comparable, divisible. Then you've got suffixes like ous, ius, which mean full of or like. Danger, take the word danger and you add ous, it becomes dangerous. The word religion, you convert it by adding ius and it becomes religious. You are describing the word. These are adjectives used to describe something else, religious. In the same way, you've got suffixes ful, les, ish, ed, ive, ing, and they all make words into adjectives. Ful, as I said earlier, help, helpful. Less, which means without. A word which has less at the end is a big clue for you that it means without. Careless, helpless, useless. Then the word ish, it usually means like. Yellow, you add the word ish, it becomes yellowish. If you add ish to the word red, it becomes reddish, meaning like red. It's not red exactly, but it is reddish, like red. Yellow, yellowish. It's not exactly yellow, it means it is like yellow. In the same way, if you add ed, computed, punched, they can be used as adjectives. They could be used to describe a noun, computed or punched cards. You have the word card. If you add the word punch to it, the word punched is an adjective here describing the card, the word card, the noun card, sorry. And you've got IVE, which means the quality of. Interactive, interact and you add IVE to it, and it means interactive. In the same way, ING, to make or to do something. Programming, it can be a verb, but it can also be an adjective. Programming, coding, processing, multiplexing. Now, we are going to look at the base words. If you as a skillful reader can locate the base word, it will go a long way in making you a good reader. Now, sometimes it is difficult to locate base words because their spelling frequently changes. When suffixes are added to base words, you will have noticed that the base word, the stem, the spelling of the stem changes. Now, there are just a few rules, 3 you have to remember. Number 1, that if a base word ends in E, the E may be dropped when a suffix is added to it. For example, take the word mature. The word mature ends with an E, and you are going to add ITY, the suffix ITY. So you will drop the E at the end of the stem and add ITY, and the word becomes maturity, MUTURITY. Here you have dropped the ending, the last E in mature, and you will find there are many other words like this. Number 2, if a base word ends in Y, the Y may be changed to I when a suffix is added to it. There are many words that end in Y. For instance, the word harmony, it ends with Y. If you are going to add a suffix to it, for instance, you want to add IOUS, the suffix IOUS, the suffix OUS. So what will you do? You will change the Y into I and add IOUS, and it will become harmonious. Right? You've got the word parsimonious. There are many words like this. This is just an example for you to remember. The third rule is that base words may undergo other spelling changes when suffixes are added to them. Take the word reclaim, right? And if you add the suffix ation, ATION, and you write the word, it becomes reclamation. The I in reclaim is dropped. So now we will look at an exercise. This is just for practice sake, so that you will learn to identify the base word. As I said, sometimes because of spelling changes, learners of English have difficulty in identifying the base word. You will have 12 to 13 sentences, and the base word is in bold letters. I'll read the first sentence for you, and I'll tell you which is the word that you have to look at. You have to locate the stem in that word. Established the authenticity of our antique chair. The word is authenticity. You have to find the stem in that word. And there is a sentence given there which will help you locate the stem. So what word will you fill in that sentence? We have an authentic antique chair. The word authentic is the stem in the word authenticity. Right? You added ity. The suffix ity you added to the word authentic. So the stem, the base word is authentic. Number 2. We enjoy the collegiate athletic games. The word is collegiate. Now, how will you know which is the base word in collegiate? To help you, a sentence is there, and the word that you fill in there, you will find is the base word. We enjoy the athletic games at college. So college is the base, the stem word, and IATE is here. The E at the end of the word college was dropped, I was added, and you added the suffix ATE. Notice how the spelling changes. Number 3. The accident left her comatose. Now that's a big word. The accident left her comatose. You wouldn't know what comatose is. But look at the sentence underneath. That will help you locate the stem. The accident left her in a coma. The base word is coma. Right? Number 4. We had comparative good luck. The word comparative is in boldface. So what is the base over there? The suffix is IVE. In the sentence that you have to illustrate, the sentence that you have to fill out, it says, if you dash our luck with that of others, our luck was good. So the word that you will fill in there will be if you compare. If you compare our luck with that of others, our luck was good. So the base word was compare, and you added IVE, comparative, to make it a different word. Number 5. Can you differentiate between them? The word is differentiate. So what is the base over there in that word? The sentence that you have to fill out is, can you see how they differ? The base word is differ. From differ you got the word different, and from different you got differentiate. So the base word is differ. Number 6. His knowledge of China is not experiential. That's a big word. What does experiential mean? These sentences will help you locate the base word. His knowledge of China is not based on actual experience. So the base word over there is experience. Number 7. She has expertise in mathematics. What does expertise mean? Where is the base over there? And in the sentence that you have to illustrate, the word that you will put over there will be the base word. She is an expert in mathematics. The word expertise has been created by adding ISE to the base word expert. Number 8. She gave her answer with finality. Finality. the base over there is, the base stem word over there is final. We knew her answer was final. Number 9, they have servile attitudes. All right, servile. What if you don't know the meaning of servile? It's a word, it's a new word. How has it been made? It's been made by adding ILE to the base word. And the base word is serve. They have attitudes of those who serve. Number 10. The numbers are in tabular form. You have to find the base word, the stem word in the word tabula. And the sentence to help you is, the numbers are in a table. From table you got tabula. Number 11, we enjoyed her commentary on the news. Commentary. The suffix is ARY. We enjoyed her, the base stem word is comment. All right, we enjoyed her comments about the news. Number 12, who were the disputants? Now what is the stem in this word, disputants? And the sentence to help you is, who engaged in the disputes? In the dispute. And number 13, this machine has a multiplicity of parts. The word multiplicity. The base is multiple. It has multiple parts. Now in this exercise that you've just gone through, this exercise was to help you locate the base, the stem of words. So far we've been looking at stems of words. Now we will look at suffixes. We will go through a number of sentences and you will read them and in your mind try to find out which is the suffix. Right? I'll read out the sentences and you find out which is the suffix. The first sentence. Number 1. The system analyst provides the programmer with the details of the data processing problem. All the sentences that you will come across now are all dealing with computers. So you shouldn't have any difficulty answering this bit. I'll read the sentence again. The systems analyst provides the programmer with the details of the data processing problems. Now, which words in this sentence are suffixes? It's the word analyst. It is YST. That is a suffix. Then the other suffix in this sentence is in the word programmer. Program, programmer, ER is the suffix that has been added to the word program. And the third suffix in this sentence is ING, the data processing problems. Number 2. CRT terminals are very useful interactive devices for use in offices because of their speed and quietness. CRT terminals are very useful interactive devices for use in offices because of their speed and quietness. If you remember the table, it is ALS in terminals, FUL in useful, IVE in interactive, and NES in quietness. So there were 3 suffixes in sentence number 2. The third sentence. The new microcomputers we purchased, the new microcomputer we purchased does not have a Fortran compiler. It is programmable in BASIC only. I'll read the sentence again. The new microcomputer we purchased does not have a Fortran compiler. It is programmable in BASIC only. Now, there were 3 words, a hint for you, 3 words which have suffixes. First, it's the word microcomputer. ER is the first suffix, and ER again in the word compiler, and ABLE in the word programmable. So there were 3 suffixes in sentence number 3. Sentence number 4. A computer is a machine with an intricate network of electronic circuits that operate switches or magnetize tiny metal cores. A computer is a machine with an intricate network of electronic circuits that operate switches or magnetize tiny metal cores. And the suffixes are ER in the word computer, IC in the word electronic, and ATE in the word operate. And you've got IZE in magnetize. So there were 4 words that had suffixes in sentence 4. Sentence 5. In very large and modern installations, the computer operator sits in front of a screen that shows an up-to-date summary of the computer jobs as they are being processed. In very large and modern installations, the computer operator sits in front of a screen that shows an up-to-date summary of the computer jobs as they are being processed. So, you will find that in the word installations, it is the suffix ATIONS. That is the suffix in installations. Again, in the word computer, it is ER that has been added there. That's the second suffix. And in the word operator, it is OR. And in the word summary, it is ARY. And again, in the word computer, it is ER, computer. And the last word is processed, and it is ED, that is the suffix. Sentence 6. The introduction of terminals and screens has partly replaced the use of punched cards. The introduction of terminals and screens has partly replaced the use of punched cards. 3 words that have suffixes attached to them. And these were introduction, the suffix TION, the suffix ALS in terminals, and the suffix ED in the word punched. Sentence 7. Binary arithmetic is based on 2 digits, 0 and 1. Binary arithmetic is based on 2 digits, 0 and 1. There is only one word which has a suffix to it, and it's the word binary, A-R-Y. Number 8, sentence number 8. Multiplexing is when many electrical signals are combined and carried on only one optical link. Let me read it again. Multiplexing is when many electrical signals are combined and carried on only one optical link. Simple. ING in the word multiplexing, AL in the word electrical, and again AL in the word optical. Sentence 9. Computers are machines designed to process electronically specially prepared pieces of information. Computers are machines designed to process electronically specially prepared pieces of information. And as you are familiar, it is ERS in computers and ALLY in electronically, again LY in specially LY, and in the word, the last word information, it is TION, ATION, information. And in the last sentence, the computed results were printed in tables. The computed results were printed in tables. There is only one word which has a suffix to it, and that is the word computed. You have looked at sentences in which you had to find the suffix. Now we will have sentences in which you have to fill in the appropriate word, the appropriate form of the word. The words are given you, and again they all deal with computers, and you are fairly familiar with the workings and the terminology of computers. Take the first sentence. The words are operation, operate, operator, operational, operationally, and operating. It's just one word, operate, but there are so many different endings, different suffixes, which change the meaning of the word and the category as well. Number A. A computer can perform mathematical very quickly. Mathematical what? The only word, of course you know the word is operate, but what form of that word? The appropriate form is mathematical operations. A computer can perform mathematical operations very quickly. B, the next sentence. One of the first persons to note that the computer is malfunctioning is the computer operator. It is again the word operate, but with the suffix OR added to it. It is the computer operator. The next sentence. The job of a computer operator is to something, the various machines in a computer installation. So what does the computer operator do? The computer operator, the job of a computer operator is to operate the various machines. And D, the new machines in the computer installation are not yet, and you have a choice over here. You can either have are not yet, add the ending ing, or add the ending al. So you can have the new machines in the computer installations are not yet operating, or you can have are not yet operational. Notice that by adding different suffixes, there is one word, the word operate, and you have created so many other words by adding different suffixes. Now take the word accept, A-C-C-E-P-T. We will do the same thing again. The base word is accept, and you have to add different endings. You've got the word accept, acceptance, accept, accepted, acceptable, acceptably. And look at the sentence, the meaning, the sense of the sentence, and complete the sentence by using the appropriate word. A computer is a device which processes and gives out information. So which form of accept will you use over there? The correct one is, a computer is a device which accepts, processes, and gives out information. It accepts, takes in, processes it, and gives out information, the output. Now, the next form of the word accept. The students are still waiting for their into the computer science program. What word would you fill in there? You've got the word, the base word accept, you will have acceptance. Students are still waiting for their acceptance into the computer science program. And the third sentence, it is dash, it is to work without a template if the flow charts are not kept on file. And the correct form of accept would be acceptable. It is acceptable to work without a template if the flow charts are not kept on file. So with that, we end our lesson for today. Today you have looked at word formation in English, and we have concentrated on the use of the suffix. Next time, inshallah, we will talk about prefixes and how they change the meaning of the word. So till next time, Allah Hafiz.